Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back. Those that watched my last video know or saw all the trouble I was having with my laminator. Well, make a long story short, it died on camera. So, I had to go out and get another one. And, I bought the first one back in like 2016, 17. And I've done a lot of laminating with it. So this time, the one I got, it was like 30 bucks at Walmart. 30, something around there, $35. And I went ahead and plugged it in. I have not run anything through it. But you see the blue light is on. Now, what I want to do with this is to run a test paper. All I did was put a regular sheet of copy paper in a laminating pouch, because I want to make sure that this, I know this is 3 mil because I bought 3 mil, but I want to make sure the 3 mil on here is what I want, what I'm using. So simply going to run that through, and you feed it in and it automatically comes out. And yes, it is laminating. So we do have that. Now, this is not going to go to waste because, and I'll show you why when we get this done. Beautiful, beautiful. It is working. It takes a minute or two to go through, but just be patient. Don't pull it. All I'm doing is supporting it down here so it doesn't fall off the desk. And there we go. A beautifully laminated piece of paper. But there is a use for this. So now I'm going to come back here with my bookmarks and do the same thing and run them through. Now you see I do have these pinned here. And as it gets down, I'll remove the pins. Yes, it's working. It's working. I get so excited about silly little things like this. That one down towards the end. And there we go. Now, because these still have a little bit of, like, well, this was like cardstock butterflies and key, and if it doesn't look like it's gone too much through like that, what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to turn it over and let it run back through again. And that's just to make sure that, it gets everything. Oh yeah, I can see where this is done a lot better running it through the second time. Now I was a little concerned because I did use Fabri-Tac, which is a silicone-based glue, but it does seem to come out really, really good. Everything is stuck together. The stickers, I can still see the gold on those, on some of those. Get this through. I see the gold still show through that one. And I have my bookmarks. So now all I got to do is cut them out, and those are done. I'll put a little hole through them and something on the end. But yeah, that worked out great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and set this aside because it does need to cool down before you do anything else. So, I'm simply going to lean that up and scoot that over to the side. Now, this blank piece, this is great if you're going to, if you want to ink anything or if you're going to dye with ink, like with our, let's see, with our seam binding, I use a white Hug Snug, and you can simply stamp on here, spritz it with water or alcohol, do your dyeing. Let me see if I've got just a plain piece of paper here that I can show you with. I know this has already been coffee dyed, but I might add a little bit more ink to it. Simply going to come here, do it like that. I've got just some water here. Get that, and now roll my sleeves up because this does. And I'm just going to spread that around some, and then lay my paper right on there. And give it a minute. You can see it soaking up. That up, I'll turn it over. Get it on that side. And if you don't like it, you know, clumped up like that, or puddled up, and then I can set this aside to dry. Come in here and get this last little bit of ink up. If it'll come up. There we go. Now I'll set this aside over there to dry. And the best part about this, it wipes clean. Just like that. And then you've got an inking platform. You know, a way to, seeped up underneath. I mean, if you're like me and you've only got a certain amount of space, one of these little papers are great. So this will go. I do have several of these because when you're laminating, there are times, and I do it, I am the world's worst. I'll make a mistake and have to print out another sheet and laminate it. So these are lifesavers, especially for your mats. Another thing, if you do buy one of these things come on the side to protect it. And they're the ugliest looking things, but these in itself are a treasure. Because what I'll do is, when I've made homemade paper, I will take these and soak these in water. I mean, you can tear them apart, but they're really quite, easy to tear apart. But you can see how the fibers are just mushed together. Tear it up, put it in water, soak it, and then what I do is I have an old blender. I'll put these in the blender with more water and puree them. Then you can add fibers or whatever and spread them out, on whatever your form is for your paper. They make great homemade, ingredients for your homemade paper. So even packaging material, they can be a plus. Now let's get back to, because these have cooled off enough. And what I'm going to do, see where I've got my lines. Get my bigger scissors. I'm going to come right in here between them. Look how easy that is to cut. Just like that. Now, because this is the bottom and this is the top, I'm going to come up here and just trim off my top. And there goes one. I'll come in and put a hole in that one. Right down the center. And if yours are not straight, that's fine. Just cut them apart and then even them up on your trimmer. I think I do want this one because this one came out a little wonky. There goes another one. Cut this side right down between. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a space here where it doesn't look like it didn't laminate all the way to the exact edge, but I'm not worried about that because it's stuck to the top and bottom. So if I get a little close to the edge, that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything by trimming it up. Trim that end. There goes that one. And let's see, we'll come right down here. This stuff cuts like butter. Yep, just like a hot knife through butter. Oh, getting a little bit close to the edge there, it's okay. My cutting skills are not the greatest, but I get the job done. Now this one here, it does have a little bit too much on this side here for my taste. Trim that off. There goes that. And then right up the side. And this is all the scraps that's left. Just that there. Just a few little plastic pieces. Now for my hole, which is the larger one, do one there. Oh, I didn't cut that all the way through. There we go. Does not want. Sometimes you may have to go back in and snip one of those edges, but that's okay. Make sure I've got the top side going up. There goes that one. There's that one. Which way is up here? Oh, let's see, now I'm gonna really hate doing that to that one, so maybe I won't put a hole in this one. I'll leave that one as it is. And then we'll go here. I've got my holes done. That one I'm gonna leave plain, mainly because I don't want to cut through that top up there. And there are some books that Nick has that, you know, are a little bit bigger. So there's a plain one. And then I will find different things that need to go through here. Because he's not, I don't really want to use the normal seam binding. So what I have here is a box of different fibers that I use. So, let's see, what can we use here? This is a darker eyelash trim. This is gorgeous. Take off a little bit of this. Trim that down there. And let's do it on this one. Now, because that hole is kind of on the small side, I'll put my tweezers to work here. There goes one. Yeah, I cut that one a little bit too long, but that's okay. Okay, one done. Let's see, what else do we have? This would be good. I think everybody just got home. So, excuse the background noise. Pull that through. That one's done. Put that back in there. I do have some of this. This is really nice yarn. But I want to do this one sort of doubled over here. I want this one. Let's do it on this one, because I like this background for it. I'll put my tweezers through. Grab both of those. Oops, I don't want to pull it all the way through because I want it doubled. So I'll do it this way. Well, that works. It looks a little strange, but it works. There's that one. Now I've got one more for here. And see, what have I got? That would go good. How about some of this? Pull out quite a bit on this one because I want to loop it a bit more than normal. Just grab my ends and then I'll do it again so that I've got like 4 strands here. Now, come through here. I'm hoping this will fit. I'm going to put all 4 strands on there, right through my tweezers. Close and pull. Well, not all came through at one go. That's okay. We'll make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even them out. May have to, pull a little bit here and there to make everything come through even. Grab all that on one side and pull it up. There we go. Even off the ends. And there is Nikki's bookmarks. So we have this one, front and back. We have this one that's front and back. We have this one. There's front, there's back. See, even the gold shown through, I really like that. This one that I did not put the tassel on, so it's just a blank one. And then this one is the final. So what do you think? Now, if you don't have a laminator, you can use packing tape and simply run it a piece this way and then wrap it over and come back the other way. I've shown doing that before in a video, but yeah, not bad. So hopefully he'll like these. So if you've liked what I've shared with you today, even with a dyeing machine, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because you never know what's going to happen here in the Dragon's Den. So until later, bye guys.